Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture is My Life. Now, today's discussion, we're going to go over some really cool tricks to avoid having a deadly heart attack. Now, why am I bringing this up is because the past week, my colleagues and I, and those are two from South America, one from Canada, and one from the Netherlands, one from Spain, and another one from South Africa. We had a conference going, a Zoom conference going, and to discuss, what was the larger number of patients with a particular type of ailment or concern for the week. Now, along with myself here at the Acupuncture is My Life clinic in New York City, some of the other acupuncturists here, as well as my colleagues over Zoom meeting, we noticed that individuals were coming in with a variation of heart issues. Okay, now I have thousands of requests to discuss different topics, but I'm going to take a break from that just for today to go over, some really cool tricks to avoid having a deadly heart attack. Because keeping your heart healthy should be your number one priority. Why? I know coming out of this pandemic, many have died, unfortunately. But to date, globally, heart disease remains the number one cause of death. And we take the simple fact that our heart beats every second, every hour, every day, every year. We take it for granted. We become complacent. We don't pay attention to it. It's there. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, it's doing what it's supposed to do, but are you doing what you're supposed to allow it to sustain itself? Because your heart, of course, is part of you. It's part of the whole. And I know, most of us, we don't think about the importance of our heart. And, right now, a lot of us will feel healthy. But the key here is we want to stay that way. We want to attempt to avoid having a heart attack 10 or 20 years out. Because some of us, we have underlying cardiac risk factors that we're not even aware of, which can progress to something serious in as little as 5 to even 15 years from now. So I decided to dedicate today's podcast to discussing some of the things that we can just get rid of that can help reduce our chances of facing a deadly heart attack a few years from now. And one is to moderate your stress levels. Because inside of us we have stress hormones that trigger an increase in cortisol levels, which of course follows with an increase in visceral fat that surrounds our organs and ultimately impacts our heart health. So we want to keep those stress hormones at bay. We want to keep our cortisol levels down because stress increases adrenaline, which is basically what triggers your sympathetic nervous system, or better yet, the fight or flight response, which in turn increases your heart rate and your blood pressure. And with that, ongoing reality. Keeping those numbers elevated, that being your heart rate and your blood pressure, it creates an inflammatory response in your body, which in turn causes heart issues, including heart disease and even heart attacks. So, being that we're all different, and when it comes to acupuncture, everybody's constitution is seen as unique from the other. We have to individually be proactive in finding ways that we can moderate our stress, whether it's listening to calming music, calming sounds, some form of meditation, exercise, or there's many things out there. There's many choices we have to choose from. We know ourselves, so we have to turn into ourselves to figure out what it is that calms us and seek out more of that. And again, it pays to follow Acupuncture's My Life on every social media platform, because we have tons of information out there that can help you figure out ways to moderate your stress. Acupuncture is like, boom, number one. Because once your acupuncturist detects stress, or what some acupuncturists would diagnose as liver qi stagnation, among others, liver yang rising, liver fire. There's several ways to diagnose it. It's all based on your constitution and what's going on. Nothing's absolute in what I'm saying. It's your acupuncturist that'll tell you what's happening with you. And during that wellness visit, he or she will do what's necessary to bring down your stress levels with acupuncture. And if you're a Twitter person, just follow us at Acu_is_my_life. You can go on our website, acupuncturemylife.com, peruse the site. You can subscribe to our weekly newsletter twice a week. You'll get tons of information in your email box, talking about the myriad of ways, discussing the myriad of ways in which acupuncture can be of benefit to you and even a loved one, a colleague, a co-worker, whatever. But moderating your stress levels are extremely important. Another which many are going to ignore me on. This is bathroom break time, this recommendation, but I'm still going to say it. That's put the phone down. Put your phone down. Put your tablet down. Just put it down. Try and see if you can do it for an entire day. Now, to say a weekday, and it may be sort of difficult if you work. Communication is key, long distance. But pick a day over the weekend. Put your phone down. Stay away from social media. Stay away from your emails, the apps on your phone. And if you need to pick up your phone to engage an app, the only app you should be engaging on your smartphone is the Acupuncture's My Life app. That's the only app. Other than that, put the phone down. Take a break. Take a holiday from your phone. The next is avoiding toxins. Now, if you follow, our Wednesday podcast, the Acupuncture's My Life Eastern Nutrition podcast with Chef Kiara, hands down scripts with foods that have tons of toxins you shouldn't eat, you'd already know what to do here. You'd already know, because chemically processed foods loaded with pesticides are bad for you. And we've just concluded the top 100 foods to stay away from over these past 4 weeks. So if you have not listened to the podcast that lists the top 100 foods, I recommend you do so. Super important. It'll change your life. Other things to avoid is alcohol, nicotine, and recreational drugs. Now, in the Eastern Nutrition episodes, we spoke about the different types of sweeteners that'll put a strain on your cardiovascular system, along with alcohol, recreational drugs, and nicotine, and processed foods. The type of strain is like ultimately oxidative stress, which would lead to blood vessel damage, build up inside your blood vessels, cardiovascular disease. These things are important. And then pay attention to your blood sugar, because that's where it all begins. To ultimately lead to oxidative damage to your arteries, endothelial dysfunction, high blood pressure, and ultimately plaque and cholesterol buildup and blockage. So before seeing your acupuncturist, it's good to go see your doctor, get complete lab work done, blood, urinalysis, and so forth, and then bring the results to your acupuncturist and sit and talk with your acupuncturist, or contact Acupuncture is My Life. We're a global entity. We have affiliates all over. We're opening clinics in the Eastern Hemisphere. Acupuncture is my life. It's so easy to contact us. There's no excuse. There really isn't. And this is why I say, just take a second. Pull your car to the side of the road. You're lifting something heavy, put it down. You're crossing the street. Hurry up and get across the street. And put yourself in a position where you can close your eyes and say to yourself, acupuncture is my life. Acupuncture is my life. Then open. Acupuncture is my life. Boom. A new beginning. A new beginning. Acupuncture is my life. Acupuncture is my life. It's worth it to contact an acupuncturist, or acupuncture is my life. The next is getting a good night's sleep. There's been so many podcast episodes where I've discussed this. Sleep is super, super, super important, especially for your heart. You have to create a sleep schedule and stick to it, and try to get in the ballpark of 8 hours per night. Some say 9. I think that's a bit too much. Good 8 hours of sleep, and depending on your age, 7 is great. And try attempting to fall asleep at the same time each night, to wake up the same time each morning. Now, another is pushing yourself away from the table. Now, this is pretty difficult, and this is again why you should follow us on every social media platform. And Chef Kiara even has an Eastern Nutrition segment going on TikTok as well. It's up on TikTok twice a week. Follow us on TikTok. So much you'll learn. Because pushing yourself away from the table sounds very easy, but there are chemicals in foods today that are very addictive, that affect your leptin receptors. And those are receptors that inform you as to when you're satiated or not. So it can be tough, but if you're eating right and you're following an Eastern Nutrition program, now we're talking. You won't even have to force yourself away from the table, because you'll be eating good food and you'll know when you're satisfied. You will know when you're satisfied. That's why listening to the Eastern Nutrition episodes once a week, tens of thousands have benefited. Today, tens of thousands. Everyone cannot wait until Chef Kiara restarts her cooking channel again on the Acupuncture's My Life YouTube channel. Because so many benefited during the pandemic from her COVID-19 stew. Globally, oh my gosh. People downloading the recipes to that stew. Now the next is exercise, and I've spoken about this time and time again. Any amount of exercise is good. It's better than none at all. You know, just brisk walks, some jumping jacks, sit-ups, a few push-ups, some planks. If you have an exercise bike, it all starts there. You know, not many people have access to a gym or gym membership, and a lot today don't feel comfortable being a member of a gym. So create your own gym. And it doesn't mean go out and buy tons of weights. Oh my gosh, calisthenics is great. Cardio exercise is great. Just something as simple as walking up and down a flight of steps a few times. Brisk walks in your neighborhood. Jogging. Forget about it. The best, and you're getting some fresh air. You really, really can't beat it. There's so many ways to be creative. So many ways in which you can be creative. And this is why so many people follow Acupuncture's My Life. Because we discuss all this. Another is vitamins. Now, I do recommend, I'm not going to get too deep into this over a podcast. You want to go into detail about vitamins and minerals and things of that sort. And herbs, you'd have to contact Acupuncture's My Life directly. Or download the app. And we can engage in a private chat session to go deeper. It's not something that I feel comfortable discussing over a podcast because of the huge audience in which we have globally. And everyone's different. It just doesn't work the same for everyone. Another is limit your sodium. Limit your sodium intake. You know, a recommended amount of daily sodium is 2,300 milligrams, but the average adult exceeds 3,500. That's high blood pressure, heart disease, heart attacks. Hello, you're asking for it. You really are. You're really asking for it. Another is smoking. If you don't start. And if you do, one way to attempt to quit is seeing an acupuncturist. There are acupuncture/acupressure points on the body that can help you, that can assist you with this issue and attempting to stop smoking. Because smoking is a huge contributing factor to arteriosclerosis, which is a buildup of plaque in your arteries, which of course increases your risk of dying from heart disease, heart failure, or heart attack. Smokers are more likely to have heart disease and suffer from a heart attack than people who don't smoke. Let's get rid of the cigarettes. Let's stop vaping, just smoking, in whatever way you may be doing it. See an acupuncturist to talk about that. Another is avoid heavy alcohol drinking. Now for adults, if you have one, maybe two drinks a week, I'm not an advocate of it. So I'm not going to say, hey, do it. It's great. Don't hold me to that. I'll just simply say avoid the heavy drinking. Try and avoid that. Because drinking can increase your blood pressure. It affects your heart. Leads to all types of heart diseases. Diseases of the heart muscle, such as cardiomyopathy. You could see your cardiologist if you felt you've been abusing alcohol for some time and you're ready to stop. See an acupuncturist. You can see a cardiologist. Have tests done. And they know what to test to determine if the alcohol has done damage to your heart muscle. And then when you get your results, go sit with your acupuncturist. As well as your doctor. Can't beat it. And this is why, again, I say over and over, follow us on every social media platform. You can't go wrong. You can't lose. You really, really can't. And the best thing that you can do out of all of this is invest in seeing an acupuncturist. It's not expensive. And it's worth it. Regular wellness visits have been known to extend people's lives, allow for people to live happier and healthier lives. There are people we've helped here at the Acupuncture is My Life clinic in New York City in ways in which now they feel they can't live without acupuncture. It's always great to do a wellness visit every now and then. Ask questions. Sit with your acupuncturist. It's super, super important. Because you have to remember, health is wealth. That's really where the money is at. But I'll leave you with this. Just always remember, acupuncture is my life. What's yours?